Whenever you search Apple shape on YouTube, you find me. This video is to show why. This is kind of an unconventional one. I don't usually do a what's on my iPhone or studio tour kind of video, but because it's taken all of 2017 basically to make this happen, and here we are in 2018, I thought it'd be cool to start off the year with a little tour, a little setup and description of everything you got on my desk right behind me here, right off camera, because I, in particular, have been enjoying it immensely, and I hope you guys are able to make a setup of yourselves and maybe take from what I've done and give your own little unique twist to it, or maybe make the anti-Apple setup tour. Either way, here's how my setup goes. So first of all, you've got, of course, the iMac Pro being the center of attention. The one that costs the most out of everything I talk about in this video should definitely be front and center. I've been thinking about getting an external monitor for it, maybe not a 4K or 5K one, but still, maybe something extra will be nice. I haven't done an official full review on the iMac Pro review yet, but there's a lot of things we've still been experimenting with that we haven't truly found out yet. So once we have enough topics to cover the entire review, expect that very soon. But yes, I was one of the few to actually remember to get that space gray Magic Trackpad at checkout. It's been really, really great for me. It's not my favorite. A lot of people prefer editing or prefer using an iMac with the Magic Trackpad. Maybe I was just used to it too much on the MacBook, but with the desktop setup, I still kind of prefer the mouse. At some point in the future, I'm probably going to sell that trackpad just to help make back some of that money I lost on such a large purchase. But for now, whenever I need it, whenever I'm experimenting with it, it's been pretty good. And who can deny how cool it is to finally have a space gray Magic keyboard and Magic mouse that complements the iMac Pro so well. That is, after all, the way you interact with the device. A lot of people may think it's silly that we get so hyped up over the colors of mice and keyboards, but you don't really touch an iMac. It's not a Surface Studio with a bunch of fingerprints over the screen. It's really just supposed to sit there and look pretty and work, which it very much does, but the one thing you do interact with in order to communicate with this amazing piece of technology is use that keyboard and mouse, and so far, they've been working really well. I have not had to charge the Magic Mouse 2 yet. I know it's silly, but it's something you have to do once a month, and I still prefer that over changing out AA batteries in old Magic Mice. But now we get into the first product of this video that actually is not made by Apple, the GIM extra wide gaming mouse pad. This thing has been an excellent way to spice up my desk setup. They actually sent this to me, so full disclosure, I did not buy it myself. They did contact me and ask if I wanted to review it, so here I am. I believe it's pronounced GIM, that is G-I-M. You can just go on Amazon and search this up for yourself. I believe it's around $15, and for not that much money at all, you can have this extremely wide mouse pad where you're not going to be running out of mouse space, and it's even big enough to hold your laptop on the side with the mouse next to it, or like in my setup, have the keyboard on one side with the mouse on the other. Highly recommend this product to anyone who's looking for a good birthday present or just cheap little accessory that can really make a difference in your everyday workflow. This is the kind of product that can do that. So while they may have sent it to me for free, I can say I probably would have bought this on my own anyway. Now, in front of that mouse pad, we actually have the included screen cleaner for the iMac Pro, but of course I love using that on all my devices. I was surprised to find that, but then of course a lot of you guys corrected me on social media and said, Drew, all Macs include a screen cleaning device. Sadly, I didn't get one with my MacBook Pro or any of the MacBooks I unboxed last year. Sadly, that's one thing that they left out on the more recent generation of MacBooks, which does kind of bum me out. But luckily, when you pay top dollar for a new iMac Pro, they give you one. But I use this on my iPad, my phone, my MacBook Pro, and luckily I haven't really had to use it on the iMac Pro very much because I barely touch it. It sits there just looking as clean as possible, and I love it. Just to the right of that screen cleaning cloth, we actually have my wallet I reviewed a few weeks back that of course matches all of these products on the desk with that space gray aluminum color. This wallet's been treating me very nice recently, made by The Ridge, which also sent this to me. So yes, this was sponsored, but I made the video on it a while ago. I'm still using this wallet just because Google wires me my paycheck. I don't have cash on me a lot. So while this thing is not too great for holding cash, it has a little money clip on the side, but I wouldn't say it's great at holding cash. I don't use it very much anymore, but it does a very good job at carrying all your ID cards and credit cards in a very compact manner. And usually when I show up at the office, I like putting my wallet right on the desk because it matches everything. Now, of course, if we keep moving right, you can see my CFast card reader that I used for plugging in, of course, CFast cards into the iMac Pro. And then we have my main wireless charger charger for my iPhone 10. This, I have to say, I think is my favorite one because it gets a lot of things right. And as you guessed it, yes, this company sent it to me, but they want to promote their product and I want them to promote it because this is a really good one and I think you'll enjoy it. It's made by Baseus, B-A-S-E-U-S, and it actually has 2 Qi coils in the middle of it, so that means it charges upright like this, but if you want to watch a video while charging, it can be on the bottom here and it will also charge while your phone is in landscape mode. It comes with this little docking plate that lets it mount up, and what's really great about this mounting plate is that it holds the iPhone 10 at the exact orientation it needs to, so that when I tap on the screen, the phone is pointed directly at me, it sees my face and it unlocks, which works beautifully. I don't have to hold the phone. A lot of Qi chargers you use, you have to pick up the phone and point it at you to unlock it with Face ID. This eliminates that, and if you're not into the charging mode, you can very simply pull this plate out, clip it onto the bottom, and now you have a flat regular Qi charger. Very uniquely designed, and of course one thing I do really appreciate and do not see in a lot of third-party accessories these days is that it charges via USB-C. Thank you. Finally someone who just makes the full commitment and has a USB-C powered Qi charger. Thank you very much. You guys should check out this brand because it's been working great for me and fits beautifully on any desk or coffee table while embracing the future with USB-C. Now, of course, while wrapping up that side of the desk, we have my 10.5-inch iPad Pro. That ProMotion display looks great and is amazing while watching videos on it or scrolling through Twitter, which I usually have on the side of my setup. Still great speakers on that thing. It's coming up on 7 months since we've owned it. Wow, time really flies. But I'm still loving my iPad. I'm still using it on a daily basis. Whenever I'm making video thumbnails, I'm usually using that. And I, of course, use that very special gray, they call it charcoal smart cover, but honestly, it just matches the color of the rest of the things on the desk, which I love. Now, if you start making your way to the left side of your desk, you might see a new product I've yet to talk about in a video. Now, this product was made by Nomad, and it is a space gray aluminum Apple Watch charger. Now, this is real metal. This is not some fake plasticky thing. And all you have to do is take your Apple Watch charger and pop it into the little circle on the top, and the cable stays relatively hidden. And now if I'm sitting at my desk and I've been wearing my Apple Watch for a couple days and the battery gets low, all I have to do is take it off and drop it on that charger really quick, and I have a very elegant way of charging my Apple Watch. Moving more to the left, we have my Tesla mug, of course. I rarely drink anything out of it. I just like it for decoration. And my 2016 15-inch MacBook Pro, which recently I finally reformatted now that my iMac Pro has become my primary workstation. We got Boot Camp off of my MacBook Pro. We wiped it clean, and I gotta say, it's refreshing to finally have just a laptop again. Not a laptop I have to plug into tons of external monitors and external hard drives. While I still can, it's nice to just have the desktop for all the hardcore work. Now I have the MacBook Pro just for casual usage, and I don't have to worry about space being filled up on there anymore. I've got 256 gigs of storage again, not 50 reserved for Windows 10 like I did before, and it is still holding up very, very well. Battery life's been great, and I do some light editing on there, some light social media managing and stuff like that, and filming 4K at 60 with the iPhone 10. It's very, very nice to have a very fast and capable processor that you can also take with you on the go with the MacBook Pro. That was an unintentional rhyme, but I'm just gonna stick to it. You can cut this out, Nathan, if you want to, but oh God, he's not cutting it out. Okay, moving on. Some honorable mentions that did not make it into the collection just for the sake of having a minimalistic desk. I also have my Apple Pencil charging stand, but because the Apple Pencil does not need to be charged too constantly, I don't really need that on my primary desk. And the AirPods. While you may be like, where are they on your desk? They're typically just in my pocket. So that's why they didn't make it into the video, but that I hope concludes it. I hope you Apple Sheep fans thought that was interesting, and you people who hate Apple found that incredibly cringy. Oh, and how can I forget the new desk I got that allows me to hold all of this? The motorized stand-up desk by IKEA. So all it means is it has these 2 little buttons on the side. I can press them and it lifts the desk, which it's been pretty cool recently to be able to edit with a stand-up position instead of sitting all day. It's good for your health, good for closing your rings. And then of course, if you get tired, if you've been standing all day, makes sense to lower it back down again. And plenty of room. It only costed $3.99, which is definitely the most amount of money I've ever spent on a desk, but I haven't bought like a really nice desk in many, many years. So I figured, okay, next desk I'm getting has to hold a lot of stuff. Now that YouTube is my full-time job, I need to get something that's going to last and something that's going to be very functional. So that of course brings it all together. Let me know what you think of my little setup tour there. Hope you enjoyed. And I'm excited to see what kind of desks you guys have out there. So if you have cool little Apple setups or anti-Apple setups, anything, let me know at Tailosive Tech on Twitter, as well as Instagram. A lot of people don't realize I'm on Instagram. I'm trying to post daily, and that's like my 2nd largest social media platform, and yet some people don't know about it. So there you go, now you know. This is your Apple Sheep here, and I will see you in the next one.